If you want to be shocked by your body's actual abilities, if you genuinely wish to significantly boost your strength as quickly as possible, and to step forward capable of charging your energy as you desire. If that's the case, then this helpful guide is for you. I will now reveal an intriguing theory known only to legendary coaches and elite athletes who have mastered their craft. It is about how to summon extraordinary hysterical strength by stimulating adrenaline during a high-pressure performance, a specific mental technique that Mike Tyson employed before entering the boxing ring, and a philosophy that has long been proposed by Bruce Lee. The idea is that no matter your perception of your strength and energy level, it is likely inaccurate. According to a well-established scientific theory known as the central governor, your body possesses deep reserves of incredible energy and remarkable strength. But the brain, which is the governor, blocks it unless you find yourself in a situation that truly demands it. Someone being chased by a fierce growling dog running at lightning-fast speed down the street. The reason is the adrenaline rush, which generates that remarkable hysterical strength as a rapid response mechanism. Let's explore what science has to say. Adrenaline is a hormone secreted by the adrenal glands in situations of danger or excitement. When released, it triggers what is called the fight or flight response. The body receives signals that boost alertness, increases heart rate, dilates the airways, and effectively directs blood flow to the muscles for activity. Focus becomes sharp, strength increases, pain is numbed, and energy explodes. That's because adrenaline is the ultimate enhancer of body performance. So what if we want to benefit from this hormone during exercise? And how can we stimulate it voluntarily? This hormone is triggered by the situation. If released due to fear, its role is to save you. And if released due to focus, its role is to unleash your full mental capacity. But what if its release was caused by emotional content, like motivation or anger? Then adrenaline can transform you into a raging beast. And that, precisely, is what you must channel during training or even in the heat of battle. This strategy is what sets elite athletes apart from the rest. It's one of the deepest psychological truths in combat and performance. Anger, when controlled, becomes a weapon. And if you learn how to use it, you'll become absolutely unstoppable. Nothing will stand in your way. So, how exactly is this specific state activated? Sometimes during training, when you can't lift a certain weight or finish a repetition, you feel frustrated and let down. If you think deeply about that feeling, perceive its shame. It will turn into anger that resembles your weakness. And you'll start thinking, damn, how weak I used to be. This feeling precisely can cause a hysterical reaction and will elevate your performance without you realizing it. There are other triggers: to recall a specific instance of relapse you experienced, and to feel guilt for the action you took. If you utilize it while exerting effort, this feeling will push you to train even harder. Also, remember the ridicule and mockery of others, or even recall a betrayal you experienced. If these thoughts and feelings are genuine and real, they will surely transform you into a wild beast. And science says this. In this case, you activate your sympathetic nervous system. Through an emotional and psychological trigger, mind perceives a threat. When you think of failure, weakness, or pain, your brain treats them as a real threat, triggering a powerful survival response. That's because the brain doesn't distinguish between imagination and reality. Then, anger is released as a defense mechanism, adrenaline floods your body, and stored energy is unleashed until you start performing with hysterical power. This is not new in sports science, because as I mentioned earlier, elite coaches and professional athletes in sports utilize this method. In the army, soldiers receive harsh speeches, and sometimes they are insulted and humiliated during training as a form of motivation. Mike Tyson's legendary trainer, Cus D'Amato, also taught him how to activate his emotions before a fight by recalling the pain of his childhood. That's why Tyson said he used to cry before his matches. The main motivator here: mind is the tool to influence the brain. That is mental visualization. If you think deeply about a situation, your brain will respond to that situation as if you were truly experiencing it in real life. Science says, when you vividly imagine an intense situation, a fight, failure, or battle, your brain activates multiple neural pathways as if you were actually living it. Studies have shown that athletes who use mental visualization experience enhanced performance, and for fighters, it improves both precision and reaction speed. A scientific experiment was conducted on a mixed martial arts fighter to measure the power of his punch under the influence of adrenaline. His punch was first measured in a calm, natural state before the injection, and it registered at 600 pounds of force. After receiving an adrenaline injection, his punch increased to 900 pounds. But here's the shocking part. Before the injection, his coach gave him a harsh, emotionally charged speech that triggered a natural surge of adrenaline, and in that state, his punch reached a staggering 1,000 pounds of force. When visualization includes a real emotional charge, like pain or anger, the limbic system steps in. That's when adrenaline, cortisol, and dopamine are all released, and your body prepares for battle, even if you're just standing still. So, if you master mental visualization, you can harness its power without even needing anger. Just rely on genuine, honest motivation. Bruce Lee once referred to what he called emotional content. He meant that when you infuse your movements with real, honest emotions, they become more powerful, more alive. So, how effective is this technique? When you tap into your hidden energy during training, whether through real anger, mental visualization, or deep emotional triggers, you're no longer training like the average person. You activate more muscle fibers, your contractions become stronger, and you push past the breaking point where most people stop. This leads to faster growth. And when you embrace the pain zone instead of avoiding it, you increase time under tension, the very zone where true hypertrophy begins. Now I'll show you the strategies to unlock and control this power at will. To gain control over this hidden energy, you must train your nervous system and your mind to activate it on command. And here's how. First, keep your purpose in sight. Your core reason for training must be clear and unshakable. Before every brutal workout, ask yourself, why am I doing this? Is it for protection? To overcome weakness? To prove the doubters wrong? The deeper your reason, the stronger the fire inside you will burn. Second, use mental visualization. Try to imagine a critical moment, a decisive battle, a challenge you must win. Feel the intensity of that moment. Because if the emotions are real, your brain will respond as if it's actually happening. This kind of emotionally charged visualization primes your nervous system for the fight. Third, practice pressing the switch. Work on developing triggers that allow you to instantly enter training mode, like genuine motivational phrases. Fourth, focus your training on short, intense bursts. This type of energy is usually released during high-intensity exercises. Because intensity and explosiveness often summon your animalistic strength, a direct result of activating the survival instinct. Adrenaline-boosting training protocol. Step 1. Just like most athletes take stimulants before training, use this mental trigger 5 minutes before you start. Take 30 seconds of deep breaths. Repeat motivating phrases out loud. I will shock those who doubted me. I will break the rules. I will become everything I've always wanted to be. Activate your mind by imagining intense do-or-die scenarios, moments where losing is not an option and victory is your only path. It may sound strange, but even a simple slap or shock can jolt your nervous system into high alert and awaken your primal focus. Main training: 3 rounds of a circuit workout. No rest between exercises. Only 1 minute rest between rounds. 8 reps of burpees, plus pull-ups. 10 reps of explosive push-ups. 15 reps of hanging knee to elbow raises, 20 reps of jumping lunges, bear crawl, forward and backward. Why this much intensity? Because this exact type of training powerfully activates the nervous system and pushes your body into high performance mode. The last rep technique. Your body doesn't change from the first few reps. Real transformation happens in the final rep. When your muscles scream, stop, know that this isn't your true limit. It's just your current gear, which often doesn't exceed 40% of your full potential. Push yourself to shift into the next gear. As David Goggins once said, when your mind tells you you're done, you've only used 40% of your true capacity. The remaining 60%. That's where the next level begins. Train in end state mode. Program specific exercises to push you to failure. Then mentally commit to 1 more rep. For example, after doing 10 pull-ups, force yourself to do 1 extra rep, even if the form isn't perfect. This isn't just muscle training, it's nervous system training. Bruce Lee used to emphasize adding emotional content into every move or strike, to pour your full emotional energy into your performance. When you tie your training to a deep reason, you give every movement meaning. And when you summon authentic emotions while performing, you awaken a sleeping power within you. That's the secret behind next-level, explosive performance. Hope this video inspired you to unlock the beast inside.